2013, upon the release of Iron Man 3, one of the hottest film YouTube channels at the time, Cinemasins, decided to make their own fans do their work for them.
Would you like to see this? But here's the thing, we're very busy, so we figured you want it so bad, you do it. You rent the sins, we'll pick the best ones and stitch them together in the ultimate everything wrong with video.
And when pre-teenage Filmento saw this, he thought,
oh boy, I'll make a ton of sins and send them for their video.
But despite spending day and night compiling great, super funny sins for the movie, none of them were ever used. Until today, 7 years later, here are those long-lost sins, unchanged and uncensored. Teenage Filmento presents Everything Wrong with Iron Man 3 in Filmento Minutes. Duh.
Mr. Stark. Oh, Jensen. Perhaps another time?
Be careful what you wish for. Okay, I know that Killian is supposed to go through a big transformation in order to make the character look more sinister, but this is just ridiculous.
She'll take both. One to throw away and one to not call.
Wow, Stark's really raising the word douche to a whole new level. I do kind of feel bad for this guy, but is this really a reason to swear vengeance against the entire world?
I'm the best.
What?
Stopping the Mandarin is priority, but it's not
superhero business.
No, it's not, quite frankly. It's American business.
Okay, I understand if Thor isn't coming to America's aid, but what about that one other guy? You know, the one who's got America in his name. The Iron Man suit is just casually sitting in front of the bar and no one pays any interest to it whatsoever.
Did you clear this 4 o'clock with me?
Jon Favreau's Adam Sandler impression. Are those things on the bunny's chest supposed to be hands or... Well, anyways, moving on.
And I got a team of guys coming tomorrow, they're gonna blow up that wall.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Iron Man wouldn't need anyone to blow up a wall for him. What? Are these things glued together now? Jon Favreau hiding. How exactly is Happy still alive? I mean, the flames reached the freaking street, and he was basically right next to the guy who exploded. The nurse doesn't see Stark sitting in the corner, even though she's looking right at him.
There's only so much I can do, sir, when you give the world's press your home address.
Wait, no one knew where Stark lived? Isn't he basically like the biggest celebrity on Earth? I mean, he saved the world from goddamn aliens. Surely he couldn't have kept his home address a secret. Did no one ever just like follow him? And didn't he throw a drunken birthday party at his house at one point? Okay, I get it, the Avengers aren't going to help Stark in this film. But what about the military? The most wanted terrorist on Earth is bombing Stark's house and they don't even bother to show up? Why? I thought they wanted to catch the Mandarin. Is it their day off or something? Instead of completely obliterating it, this blast just sends the piano flying without doing any damage to it. Why does he need the explosive? I'm pretty sure the beam alone would be enough to take out the chopper, or at least the person flying it. How is this thing still in one piece?
Sir, take a deep breath.
Why? Does Stark need his glove to breathe? No one notices Stark fly away with his loud blazing rockets, not even Pepper, who's standing right on the edge looking directly at the water.
Freeze!
And we all will, unless you close the goddamn door behind you. The kid's hands are empty in this shot, but then without even reaching for his bag, he's magically holding a newspaper in the next one. Also, what kind of a 10-year-old kid goes around town carrying a newspaper?
Not a good idea.
Exactly what was he trying to accomplish by pulling Iron Man's finger in the first place?
What's your name?
Harley. And you're...
The mechanic.
This kid seems to be a big Iron Man fan, so how does he not know who Stark is? And besides, wasn't he just carrying a newspaper that was talking about him?
What I actually am is a biological DNA coder running a team of 40 out of a privately funded think tank.
No, what you actually are is a good example of very bad character development, and the only reason you're in this movie is because of your position in the comics. If the explosion here was anything like the one we saw in LA, how are these walls still standing? They're like 6 feet away from the crater. If this woman's job is to go into the bar and get the file, why is she walking in the other direction? And it can't be because she doesn't know where the bar is, since she's now looking straight at it. No one notices the most famous recently dead person in the world walking into this bar, even though the person's face is on the cover of today's newspaper. I guess it must be the hat. And now the hat is off. Really? Hey, what is Joss Whedon doing here? The sad thing is that Stark's actually doing better against these people without his Iron Man suit than with it. Is destroying the water tower really necessary? And how does it even work out so well in the end?
This is the right thing to do.
The President of the United States would never, under any circumstances, let himself be pressured into doing what a terrorist tells him. That's basically like saying, hey, please stop, we give up.
War Machine rocks with an X, all caps.
Oh, I'm sorry, was that supposed to be funny?
A bomb's not a bomb when it's a misfire.
Hasn't anyone else ever looked at these files? I could understand if the suit started to melt, but why does it just inexplicably shut down? This has to be the worst guarding position I've ever seen. A bomb-looking device casually rolls to my feet. I better take a closer look.
Ever since that big dude with the hammer fell out of the sky.
For a movie that wants us to forget about the Avengers, it sure does remind us of them a whole lot.
If I die, Killian.
If you die, it will make no difference to the story whatsoever. So either just get it over with or shut the heck up. Why is Rhodes unable to use the suit? It can't be out of power since the HUD is still on and he's able to open it to get out. Being able to breathe fire is a pretty effective skill to have. I wonder why it's never used again.
Let's go. Ah, crap.
The suit parts just flew over 800 miles to come here, but now they suddenly are unable to fly again. The security guards let the Iron Patriot on board the Air Force One with the president without checking his identity. Isn't anyone suspicious of the fact that he says absolutely nothing? Also, why does he insist on waiting for the plane to take off in the first place? It's not like he can't just grab the president and fly away right now. What's the point of melting the handle? The door looks like it could really easily be kicked in.
1,000 feet. 400 feet. 200 feet.
Judging by Jarvis' calculations, this guy would have already hit the water long before Stark finally caught him. What?
All right, Jarvis, but it's only half done.
Man, they just don't make these things like they used to.
Give me some good news, man.
I think they all made it.
All of them? You sure? What about all the people in the front of the plane? And the pilots? And what about those two agents who wanted to take a picture with the Iron Patriot? I'm pretty sure you never saved them. Wait, how exactly did they get the suit to automatically fly to this location? And if they really are able to control the suit, how does Rhodes take control of it later when he flies the president out of this place? Why are there so many people working? Is this really the appropriate time to be moving barrels and containers around? Or are they just normal workers but their wages are so small that they just don't care if the president of the United States is being executed right in front of their eyes? What is keeping the president from using the suit? It can't be too difficult since Rhodes was able to use it the second he stepped into it in Iron Man 2.
Is that?
Yep.
Are
those what? Made out of plastic? Well, judging by the battle that's about to happen, yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
Give me a suit, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, they're only coded to me.
Really? I could have sworn Pepper was using one of them at one point. Also, if I had a nickel for every half-decent fight scene Rhodes has in this film and I had a nickel to start with, I would end up, with a nickel. Okay, I admit that was pretty cool, but exactly where did this guy come from? The shack they're in is on top of a crane, there's nothing under it. If Killian is so dangerous up close, why doesn't Stark just get some distance by flying away? Isn't that supposed to be Iron Man's primary skill? You know, being able to fly. Someone forgot to tell Shane Black that when the same joke is made over and over again, it kinda loses its touch.
I am the Mandarin!
I wonder if she always wears fireproof clothing or if this was just like a one-time thing. Man, John Doe from 7 should feel really lucky he's not here right now.
The clean slate protocol, sir?
Actually, it's the Clean Slate program. Look, I know this is really beautiful and all, but isn't this kinda irresponsible, since now there's going to be armor parts laying everywhere you look. More than enough for someone to once again build his own Iron Man suit. And then it's going to be Iron Man 1 and 2 all over again. Trust me, just pick up your trash, Tony. Stark gets the shrapnel removed from his chest and this way completely disregards everything that's happened in the previous films.
It's okay.
I know this might seem pretty silly, but this is how Jon Favreau actually looked after his fight with Shane Black for the part of directing this film.
One thing you can't take away. I am Iron Man.
Yeah, as long as there's a paycheck of $50 million waiting for you at the end.
Here's a little holiday greeting I've been wanting to send to the Mandarin. I just didn't know how to phrase it until now.
You can't touch me!
You look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them?
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
My name is General Zod. I have journeyed across an ocean of stars to reach you.
You gotta let go! I'll catch you, I I promise.